Good afternoon, all. Now, let us discuss some points regarding gas power cycle, different air standard cycles which are there for the IC engine or that is internal combustion engine. The different engines, that is diesel engine, dual engine, petrol engine, works on these cycles, air standard cycles, for the better working of their. Now let us see what are these cycles. There are different cycles: Otto cycle, diesel cycle, dual cycle, Brayton cycle, with intercooling, reheating and regeneration. Now these calculation of air standard efficiency and mean effective pressures are the important parts of these air standard cycles. Now let us see the cycle definition of a cycle. What is that cycle first? Then we will discuss the types of cycles. A cycle is defined as a repeated series of operations occurring in a certain order. It may be repeated by repeating the process in the same order, or the cycle may be imaginary perfect engine or actual engine. It may be of imaginary perfect engine, that is, it is imaginary cycle, that is called as ideal cycle, and second is on the basis of actual engine performance, that is called as actual cycle. Now, ideal cycle are all accidental heat losses are prevented and working substance is assumed to behave like a perfect working substance in ideal cycle. Now, what is the air standard efficiency first? Then we will discuss the types of cycle. Now, to compare the effects of different cycle, it is paramount important that the effect of calorific value of the fuel is altogether eliminated, and this can be achieved by considering the air as the working substance in the engine cylinder. Now the efficiency of engine using the air as a working medium is known as air standard efficiency. This efficiency is often called as ideal efficiency. Now the actual efficiency of a cycle is always less than the air standard efficiency of the cycle under the ideal conditions. Now this is taken into account by introducing the new term relative efficiency, which is defined as the ratio of actual thermal efficiency to air standard efficiency. The analysis of air standard cycle is based upon the following assumption. There are some assumptions for the analysis of these cycles. Which are that assumptions then? The first is the gas in the engine cylinder is a perfect gas. Now that is, it obeys all the laws, gas laws, and it has constant specific heats. Second is the physical constants of a gas in the cylinder are same as those of air at a moderate temperature. That is the molecular weight of the cycle in the gas 29 Cp equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and Cv equal to 0.718 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. This is constant. Now third assumption is the compression and the expansion processes are adiabatic and they take place without any internal friction. That is, these processes are isentropic also. Next, fourth assumption is no chemical reaction takes place in the cylinder. It is supplied or rejected by bringing hot body or cold body in contact with the cylinder at appropriate points during the process. Next assumption is the cycle is considered closed with the same air always remaining in the cylinder to repeat the cycle. These are some 5 assumptions which are the important point of view for the air standard cycle. Let us see the first type of air standard cycle, which is Otto cycle. What is that Otto cycle then? It is also called as a constant volume cycle. Now this is PV and TS diagram for the Otto cycle. The heat addition and heat rejection which takes place at constant volume, hence it is called as a Otto cycle or constant volume cycle. Now in Otto cycle, this cycle is so named, it was conceived by Otto. In this cycle, the petrol, gas and many types of oil engine works on this cycle, okay, which are daily use. We uses different engines. These are on Otto cycle. It is the standard of a comparison for internal combustion engine. Now figure A and B shows the TPV and TS diagram for this cycle respectively. Okay, now the point 1, represents that the full of air cylinder is full of air with volume V1. Here are some points of the Otto cycle. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Adiabatic process. Second is constant volume process. Adiabatic again and constant volume process. This is the temperature and entropy diagram. Now in Otto cycle, the point 1 represents the cylinder is full with air with volume V1, pressure P1 and absolute temperature T1. Now line 1 to 2 represents the adiabatic compression of air, due to which P1, V1, T1 changes to P2, V2, T2 respectively. This is point 1 to 2, which is adiabatic compression, first process in the cycle. Now the line 2 to 3 shows the supply of heat to the air at constant volume, so that P2 and T2 changes to P3, T3 and V3 being same as V2. For 2 to 3 it is constant volume heat addition. Here volume remains constant, but the heat is going to added and pressure and temperature changes to P2 and T2 respectively. Now the line 3 to 4 represents the adiabatic expansion of the air. During expansion, P3, V3, T3 changes to final value as a P4, V4 and V1 or V1, V and T4 respectively. Okay, now the next step is adiabatic expansion 3 to 4. Here volume changes from V3 to V4, that is volume decreases and expansion takes place. Line 4 to 1 represents the heat rejection at constant volume, that is volume remains constant, V4 and V1 are equal and heat is rejected from that point volume till original state point 1 reaches. Now considering the 1 kg of air or working substance, heat supplied at constant volume is CvT3 minus T2, heat rejected at constant volume is CvT4 minus T1. Work done is nothing but heat supplied minus heat rejected, that is CvT3 minus T2 upon CvT4 minus T1. Efficiency is work done upon heat supplied, which is equal to CvT3 minus T2 minus CvT4 minus T1 upon CvT3 minus T2. Then it, after solving this equation, it becomes 1 equal efficiency equal to 1 minus T4 minus T1 upon T3 minus T2. Now the compression ratio RC equal to V1 upon V2. Expand ratio is equal to V4 upon V3. These two ratios are same in this cycle, as T2 upon T1 equal to V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1. Then T2 will be written as T1 into gamma R raised to gamma minus 1. Similarly, T3 upon T4 equal to V4 upon V3 raised to gamma minus 1. Now inserting this value of T3 and T2 in the above equation, efficiency equation, we will get efficiency of Otto cycle is equal to 1 minus T4 of minus T1 upon T4 minus R raised to gamma minus 1 minus T1 into R raised to gamma minus 1, which becomes 1 minus T4 minus T1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1 in bracket T4 minus T1, which can also be written as 1 minus 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1. Now this is the expression. This expression is known as air standard efficiency of Otto cycle, and it is clear from the above expression that the efficiency increases with increasing value of increase in value of R, which means we can have maximum efficiency by increasing R to considerable extent, but due to partial practical difficulties its value is limited to about 8. The net work done per kg in the Otto cycle can be expressed in terms of PV. If P is expressed in bar, that is 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square, then work done is equal to in bracket P3 V3 minus P4 V4 upon gamma minus 1 minus P2 V2 minus P1 V1 upon gamma minus 1 into 10 square kilojoule. P3 by P4, which can be written as R raised to gamma equal to P2 by P1. P3 by P2 can also be written as P3 by P2 equal to P4 by P1 into Rp, where Rp stands for the pressure ratio. Now it can be written as, by solving this expression, we will get work done is equal to P1 V1 upon gamma minus 1 in bracket, square bracket, R raised to gamma minus 1 in bracket, another bracket, Rp minus 1. Now mean efficiency or mean effective pressure can be written as P1 into R in bracket, R raised to gamma minus 1 in bracket, another bracket, Rp minus 1 upon gamma minus 1 R minus 1. Now mean effective pressure may be thought of an average pressure acting on the piston during the different positions of the cycle. It is the ratio of work done to stroke volume of the cycle, which is mean effective pressure. Now constant pressure or diesel cycle. Next cycle is regarding the diesel cycle. This cycle was introduced by Dr. Diesel in 1897. Now it differs from Otto cycle that heat supplied at a constant pressure instead of constant volume. Now the figure shows the PV and TS diagram for diesel cycle. This is PV diagram and this is PS diagram. Now in PV diagram, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 1. Similarly 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 1 in TS diagram. Now 1 to 2 is adiabatic compression. Heat is added in 1 to 2 process. Okay, 2 to 3 compression is there. 1 to 2 adiabatically it is compressed. Now 2 to 3 is adiabatic heat addition at constant pressure. 2 to 3 is heat addition of heat at constant pressure. 3 to 4 is adiabatic expansion and 4 to 1 is heat rejection of heat at constant volume. Now in diesel cycle, that is, heat addition takes place at constant pressure and heat rejection takes place. QH is at constant pressure and QL heat rejection at constant volume. Now point 1 represents that the cylinder is full of air. Let P1, V1 and T1 be the corresponding pressure, volume and absolute temperatures. The piston then compresses the air adiabatically, that is PVR equal to constant, till the value becomes P2, V2 and T2 respectively at the end of the stroke. At point 2, heat is then added from hot body at constant pressure. During heat addition, let volume increases V2 to V3 and temperature from T2 to T3 corresponding to the point 3. This point 3 is called as the point of cutoff. The air then expands adiabatically to the conditions P4, V4 and T4 respectively corresponding to point 4. Finally, the air rejects the heat to the cold body at a constant till the point 1, where it returns to the original state. Now consider for 1 kg of air, heat supplied at constant pressure Cp equal to T3 minus T2 and heat rejected at constant volume Cv in bracket T4 minus T1. Heat supplied minus heat rejected, which gives Cp T3 minus T2 minus Cv T4 minus T1. Efficiency for diesel cycle is work done upon heat supplied, which is equal to Cp T3 minus T2 minus Cv T4 minus T1 upon Cp T3 minus T2, which can be written as 1 minus T4 minus T1 upon gamma in bracket T3 minus T2, since Cp by Cv equal to gamma. Let the compression ratio equal to gamma is equal to V1 by V2 and the cutoff ratio rho is equal to V3 by V2, that is volume at cutoff upon clearance volume. Now during adiabatic compression 1 to 2, T2 by T1 equal to V1 by V2 raised to gamma minus 1, that is R raised to gamma minus 1, that is T2 can be written as T1 in bracket R raised to gamma minus 1. Now during constant pressure process 2 to 3, T3 by T2 equal to V3 by V2 equal to rho, that is T3 equal to rho into T2, that is rho into T1 into R raised to gamma minus 1. Now T3 by T2 for adiabatic expansion, V4 by V3 raised to gamma minus 1. It can be written as T4 is equal to R T3 upon R by rho raised to gamma minus 1, which is equal to T1 into rho raised to gamma. By inserting this value T2, T3 and T4 in the efficiency equation, we will get efficiency of diesel cycle is 1 minus 1 upon R gamma in bracket R raised to gamma minus 1 in another square bracket rho raised to gamma minus 1 upon rho minus 1. For mean effective pressure, the mean effective pressure can be written as P1 into R raised to gamma in square bracket gamma in bracket rho minus 1 minus R raised to 1 minus gamma upon in bracket rho raised to gamma minus 1 both the bracket close upon gamma minus 1 in bracket R minus 1. Now this is for diesel cycle. Let us see dual combustion cycle. What is that dual cycle? This cycle is also called the limited pressure cycle or mixed cycle, and which is the combination of Otto and diesel cycles in the way that the heat is added partly at constant volume and partly at constant pressure. The advantage of which is that more time is available to the fuel which is injected into the engine cylinder before the end of compression stroke for the combustion. That is, we will get more time in dual combustion cycle for engine to combust. Okay. Because of lagging characteristics of fuel, this cycle is invariably used for diesel and hot spot ignition engines. Now let us see the PV and TS diagram for dual combustion cycle. This is PV and TS diagram 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 1. Similarly for TS 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and 5 to 1. Now 1 to 2 is adiabatic compression, 2 to 3 is heat addition at constant volume, 3 to 4 is heat addition at constant pressure, 4 to 5 is adiabatic expansion, and 5 to 1 is rejection of heat at constant volume. Now for equation, consider 1 kg of air, that is heat supplied during the operation 2 to 3 plus heat supplied during operation 3 to 4, that is total heat supplied, which is Cv T3 minus T2 plus Cp T4 minus T3, and heat rejected during 5 to 1, which is Cv T5 minus T1. Now adding this, work done is Cv T3 minus T2 plus Cp T4 minus T3 minus Cv T5 minus T1 will get the efficiency work done upon heat supplied, which is Cv T3 minus T2 plus Cp T4 minus T3 minus Cv T5 minus T1 upon Cv T3 minus T2 plus Cp T4 minus T3, which is equal to 1 minus Cv T5 minus T1 upon Cv T3 minus T2 plus Cp T4 minus T3, which is equal to 1 minus Cv T5 minus T1 upon T3 minus T2 plus gamma in bracket T4 minus T5. Now for compression ratio, we can be written as V1 by V2, which is V1 by V2 during the adiabatic compression 1 to 2, T2 by T1 equal to V1 by V2 raised to gamma minus 1, which is R in raised to gamma minus 1, that is T2 can be written as T1 into R raised to gamma minus 1. During constant volume, heating process should be P3 by T3 equal to P2 by T2, T3 by T2 equal to P3 by P2 equal to beta, which is known as a expansion ratio. T2 can be written as T3 by beta. Okay. Now during adiabatic compression process, T4 by T5 equal to V3 by V4 raised to gamma minus 1 equal to R upon rho raised to gamma minus 1. Now V5 by V4 equal to V1 by V4 is equal to V1 by V2 into V2 by V4. It is cutoff ratio. Now during constant pressure heating process, T4 equal to rho into T3. Putting the value of T4 in the equation, we will get T4 equal to rho into T3 in bracket rho by V1 in raised to gamma minus 1. Now we will get these different values of T1, T2, T4 and T5 and after putting these values in this equation, we'll get efficiency of dual cycle as 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma into beta in bracket rho raised to gamma minus 1 upon beta minus 1 plus beta into gamma rho minus 1. Now, and work done can be written as rho 1 p1 v1 raised to gamma, sorry, p1 v1 raised to gamma in bracket beta into gamma into rho minus 1 plus beta minus 1 minus r raised to gamma minus 1 beta into rho raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma minus 1, and the mean effective pressure is written as p1 into gamma raised to rho r raised to gamma, sorry, in bracket beta in bracket rho minus 1 plus beta minus 1 minus r raised to 1 minus gamma in bracket beta into rho raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma minus 1 in bracket r minus 1. It is mean effective pressure for dual cycle. So these are the three important cycles for air standard cycles, that is Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. In next lecture we'll discuss another cycles of gas cycle. Thank you.